Cool. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nick Parker. I'm the community manager for CV Africa and also heavily involved with all the community activity around CV outreach. And I thought it would be a great idea to catch up with Tyron from Church Alive, just about the whole CV outreach platform and what we're doing with them and how we've been working with them recently. To push kind of like CV outreach in their local church. So Tyron, say what's up.
So,
That's Tyron. So for those of you who don't know, Church Alive is based in Johannesburg. Whereabouts in Joburg are you guys?
we're in Northcliffe. Yeah,
Northcliffe.
Northcliffe area, yeah.
Is that a where, like, is that Northcliffe? Is it in the north of Durban?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. There's another, we've got a mountain here as well called Northcliffe. It's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. So you'd be easy to find. So if you ever in Northcliffe, oh my goodness, I can't speak.
Yeah.
In Northcliffe, hit up Tyron and the guys at Church Life.
Yeah.
So the first question I think I have, Tyron, and maybe this is like a great way, people are watching this and they don't know what CV outreach is about or like anything like that, I mean, how did you find out about CV outreach, like the concept or kind of the initiative that we've been running with?
Yeah. Well, we were kind of looking to reach out on another level, not just to our people at the church. We wanted to reach out to another level to our community and go further. And so we thought going on the internet was pretty cool and getting that out. And we found out that these guys at Christian Vision do that type of stuff. So it was really cool getting on board with them. Yeah, we were working with them with Yes He Is, with sharing video content and stuff. And then they approached us and gave us really cool concepts with CV. And we were like, sweet, yeah, this is really cool.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, so I think the secret to how it worked with us was that we already had like quite a good relationship, as you mentioned, through the Yes He Is platform.
Yeah.
You guys have just been phenomenal partners in terms of like just being super pumped about everything we do. We're like, hey, we're running this campaign, and like before I can even finish explaining it, you guys are like, yeah, we're doing it.
Yeah.
I think another question is why did you decide to give CV outreach a go? Because I think a lot of people we've been chatting to, we'd say to them, hey, listen, we have this platform, it's 100% free. It works off the Google grant. So, I mean, what for you was something like, what made you guys go, okay, let's actually give this a try? Like,
Yeah, well, we actually didn't know that non-profitable organizations were given Google grants for free. So we're like, sweet, that's a cool deal. And you guys helped us out getting that up and running on a professional level, which was really cool. And we want to spread the gospel as much as you guys do. So a really good way is to do it is through the internet. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like if you're watching this and you kind of like, hey, what is the whole Google grant thing about? So the backbone of CV outreach is that in certain countries around the world, Google offers what they call the Google grant. And basically what that is it's $10,000 worth of free in-kind advertising or free advertising on Google available to nonprofits. And what we've decided to do, or what we've been doing, is that instead of using that money, that marketing or that free advertising to promote like a church's homepage or just use it as a marketing tool to promote the brand, we use it as a direct form of evangelism. So instead of using keywords like church and Jesus or Joburg, what we'll do is we'll use keywords, what is the meaning of life? Who is Jesus? What is love? What is true love? What's the difference between Jesus and others? So we use keywords that people are searching for on a daily basis. And we set up this Google grant so that all the ads running direct back to the church page, but it's actually, instead of it being a direct link to the church's homepage, it's a landing page that we've built on the church's page. And all that page is, it's just a video of an individual saying, hey, listen, I don't know what you're going through, why you clicked on this link, but I just want you to know Jesus loves you. It goes through what we've coined a gospel presentation, which is basically just an introduction to Jesus. And underneath that, there's a section where people can fill in their contact details, and that contact information then goes back to the local church whose website those landing pages on. So it's super easy. It's super easy to set up. I think that leads quite nicely into my next question, is that how did you find the process of getting it all set up? I know, like, when we start talking like technology and Google search and all that kind of stuff, I think sometimes it's a little bit overwhelming. I mean, how did you find the process of setting it up?
Yeah. No, it was really cool. It was really easy. You guys made it super easy for us because on staff here at Church Alive, we don't really have anyone who can create a web page for us. So we just gave you guys our details, and you helped us set up a whole web page for that on top of our existing website, which was really cool. And then people were able to visit our website, check us out, and see if they want to come to our church. Yeah. So
Cool.
thanks for you guys professionalism on that side.
Yeah, so I think the cool thing is the way that we've set it up is that, you know, CV as a non-profit organization, obviously we're in a very blessed situation in that we're funded. So everything we do is 100% free. And obviously as an evangelism non-profit, you know, the lens that we look at everything through is through the lens of, you know, as evangelists. So, you know, the Google grant offers a great opportunity for us to reach people. And I think what's been cool is that the way we've been able to pitch this to local churches or work with local churches is that it's something that doesn't take a lot of time to set up. You know, I think you guys, all you needed to do was register on TechSoup, give us the token, give us an email address that we could send the responses to, and then give us the login details for your church website, just so we could drop the code in for this landing page.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually another good question is, you know, I think when people hear, hey, they want access to my church website, are they going to change anything? Like, who are these people? I mean, what was your initial thought? I know you guys were pretty forthright. You were like, hey, listen, here's the info, login, like do your thing. I mean, why, you know, I mean, maybe just answer, like if people have questions about like, isn't that sketchy? I mean, what would you say to them?
Yeah, no, it wasn't like that sketchy. At first, we were like, yeah, we'll give it a go. But eventually people started responding to the videos on the landing page, and there's a link there that they can send the email so we can respond to them, whatever questions that they have about either their faith or about church, what is the gospel, whatever. And it's so easy for us to reply to them because just send an email, which is really cool. Yeah.
And how's the response to your page been? You alluded to, obviously, you've been getting responses. I mean, generally, have the responses been pretty good? Are you finding that the questions are, it's like genuine people, like with genuine questions and genuinely needing help?
Yeah. We've had quite a big response. I think now, looking back, we've nearly had like a response a day, pretty much from it. So I think from October when we launched it up to now, end of November, we've had like over 6,000 visitors on our website, and a lot of people have been responding to the video and sending us emails, and we've been able to reply to them, which is
wow,
really cool.
That's awesome. And I think something that some people are quite bothered by is the fact that obviously the way that the Google grant works and the way that we're running it currently is that we kind of running the grant so people from across South Africa can see it. It's not specific to Northcliffe or to your direct community. Is that a problem for you guys, or? I mean,
yeah, for us, it's not a problem at all because we're still getting the gospel out there to the country. And if they're in our area, within our area, in our suburb, they can come and visit us, check us how Church Alive is. If not, if they're in another province, we can still recommend churches to them as well. We've got a good relationship with other churches around the whole country, so we can get them plugged into the local churches, or we can just give them some advice on their next steps with their faith, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think the cool thing is that like what we've been trying to do with CV outreach is the focus here is more like kingdom culture. It's more about like, you know, even though someone might not necessarily be your neighbor, as in like next to your, you know, in your community, you know, you still have the opportunity to speak into these people's lives. And as you mentioned, you know, just like you guys, I think a lot of churches have really good church networks and denominations that they're part of. So it is easy to refer someone to you know, another church, or as you mentioned, get them plugged in with really cool resources. I mean, I know there's stuff like Alpha and all those other kind of things where people can easily get hooked up. I thought it would be a cool thing to do to maybe ask you why you think other churches should give CV outreach a try. I mean, what would you say if I said to you like, hey, I'm a church, I've heard about this thing. Like, why should I do it? Like, what would you
Yeah.
say?
Well, for us, like from October, we've had like over 6,000 people on our visitors. That's just from our web page. So I think if the churches do it as well, then it will add up. Like if they start doing it and say they get an extra 6,000 people checking it out and hearing the gospel, it spreads, you know, which is really good for us as Christians. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's cool, man. Because I think the thing is we forget that there's 58 million people in South Africa, and everyone's using Google and the internet every single day, and we all have questions about the origins of life, the origins of who we are.
Yeah.
I think the cool thing is if as people are making these searches, if we can be the first thing that comes up, and we give them an opportunity to find out who Jesus is and to discover who they are in Christ, like that's phenomenal. That's fantastic. And I don't think we can ever get to a point where there's like too many churches doing it, because I think another thing I really dig about CV outreach, and this is just maybe me being super biased, is that like it's almost like a passive form of evangelism as well. So it's like while we're sleeping at night and people are just on the internet looking up stuff, they're finding these pages and they're having an opportunity to engage, and then they're getting responded to as as churches get in the morning or check their emails and all that kind of stuff. So it's super awesome. Is there any final words you have, Tyron? Anything you want to say? Anything else? Nothing at all?
Well, it's awesome to partner with CV because you guys just help us. You always want to help us. You never ask for anything back. So we really appreciate your guys' help and your guys' vision and your mission, which is really cool. So yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. We love you guys and we love what your church is doing. If you are ever in Joburg, make sure you check out Church Alive in Northcliffe. Apparently they're near a mountain. I haven't been there, so it's obviously nothing like the mountain we have in Cape Town, as in Table Mountain, but is it more like a hill? It's more like a hill than a mountain, huh?
Yeah.
Or is it? Legend. Awesome. Thank you so much, mate. What I'm going to do is at the end of this video, I'm going to add my contact details and a link to the website. So if you guys have any more questions and they want to get hold of me, you can. Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyron. Have an awesome day, bro.
You too, man. Cheers.
Cheers, man.